Here are the top 10 fastest sedans in the world in 2025. At number 10, we have a car that doesn't just go fast. It arrives like royalty on a rocket. Say hello to the Bentley Flying Spur Speed, a stunning blend of British elegance and raw performance. Let's talk numbers first. Top speed? 207 miles per hour. Yes, you heard that right. This is a full-size luxury sedan that breaks the 200 miles per hour barrier without breaking a sweat. 0 to 60 miles per hour? Just 3.7 seconds. That's faster than some Porsches and Ferraris. Under the hood, we've got a 6.0-liter twin-turbocharged W12 engine, producing a mighty 626 horsepower and 664 pound-feet of torque. And here's a flex. It uses Bentley's dynamic ride system, an active anti-roll tech that keeps this big boy flat and composed through corners. For a car this size, that's witchcraft. Now, why is it sitting at number 10 on our list? Simple. While it is outrageously fast and dripping with luxury, it's more about balance than just raw performance. It's the gentleman's choice of speed. Bentley didn't build it to be a track monster. They built it to obliterate highways while you sip your coffee in handcrafted leather. It earns its place here by showing that luxury and performance don't have to live in separate worlds. Now let's geek out a bit on the engine. This W12 isn't your typical V8 with an ego. It's an engineering masterpiece, 12 cylinders arranged in a W formation, twin turbocharged, and capable of launching 2.5 tons of British craftsmanship like a cruise missile. It's made it to an 8-speed dual-clutch transmission that's smoother than a London Butler and quicker than your reflexes. And thanks to its all-wheel drive system, power delivery is confident, composed, and drama-free. Unless you want drama, of course. Then it obliges. Now inside? Fool! The Flying Spur Speed is basically a 5-star hotel suite doing 200 miles per hour. Diamond quilted leather seats. Real wood veneers. Aluminum detailing that feels like it was carved from a Bentley jet engine. And those seats? Massaging, heated, ventilated, and probably smarter than your smartwatch. You get a rotating display on the dash, spin it, and you choose between a touchscreen, classic analog gauges, or pure wood paneling. It's luxury on demand. So what does all this royalty cost? You're looking at a base price of around $250,000, but with custom options? Don't be surprised if your final bill nudges closer to $300,000. Is it worth it? If you want to ride like a king and launch like a rocket, the Flying Spur Speed might just be your next throne. At number 9, we've got something a little more under the radar. But don't let that fool you. It's a true autobahn assassin. Say hello to the Alpena B7 Bay Turbo, a German rocket wrapped in a tailored suit. First, the number's top speed? 205 miles per hour. That makes it one of the few sedans in the world to break the 200 miles per hour club, and it does it without looking like it's trying too hard. 0 to 60? Just 3.6 seconds. Not bad for a full-size luxury sedan that weighs over 2 tons. Power? A 4.4-liter twin-turbocharged V8 tuned by Alpina to deliver 600 horsepower and 590 pounds-feet of torque. And here's the catch, all of this performance is delivered with the smoothness of a business-class flight. No loud pops, no harsh gear shifts, just pure, refined speed. So why is it at number 9? Because this car is all about stealth performance. The Alpena B7 isn't here to shout. It's here to glide past you at 180 miles per hour while you're still trying to figure out what brand it is. It's based on the BMW 7 Series, sure, but Alpina transforms it into something special, something faster, more precise, and more exclusive. It's not built for track days. It's built for crossing countries at insane speeds without spilling your espresso. Now let's talk about that engine. Alpina takes BMW's already powerful 4.4-liter V8 and reworks it with new turbos, a bigger intercooler, a custom exhaust system, and an Alpina-specific ECU tune. The result? Effortless power delivery across the entire rev range. It's paired with an 8-speed automatic gearbox that's been recalibrated for faster shifts and smarter response. Add BMW's xDrive all-wheel drive system, and you've got a high-speed weapon for any road in any weather. Now step inside. The cabin is pure executive luxury. You're getting Napa leather, hand-finished wood trim, a digital instrument cluster with Alpina-specific graphics, and more sound insulation than a recording studio. Everything is customizable, right down to the stitching on the seats. It's not flashy, it's just flawlessly made. And of course, you get all the tech from the BMW 7 Series. Gesture control, touchscreen infotainment, voice command, and even rear seat entertainment if you feel like being chauffeured in style. Now, the price. You're looking at around $145,000 to $160,000 depending on options. It's not cheap, but compared to others on this list, it's kind of a bargain. You're getting M-level performance, bespoke, luxury, and exclusivity. Only a few thousand are made each year, so you're unlikely to ever park next to another one. Bottom line, the Alpena B7 is for the kind of person who doesn't need to prove anything to anyone. It's fast, refined, and rare, just how proper speed should be. At number 8, we have a car that proves German precision and brute force can absolutely coexist, the BMW M8 Grand Coupe competition. Let's start with the stats. Top speed, 192 miles per hour, electronically limited by the way. Remove that limiter and this beast could nudge 200. 0 to 60 miles per hour, just 3.0 seconds flat. That's proper supercar territory. Power? A 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8 producing 617 horsepower and 553 pounds-foot of torque. And it delivers all of that through BMW's advanced xDrive all-wheel drive system, which can send power to all four wheels, or just the rear, if you're in the mood for sideways fun. So why does the M8 Grand Coupe land at number 8? Because it's a weapon dressed in formal wear. This isn't a sedan for the subtle crowd. It's wide, aggressive, low-slung, and styled to turn heads whether it's parked or passing you at 180. It blends high-end luxury with M-Division insanity. It's here because of how brutally fast it is, while still offering 4 doors, a big trunk, and enough refinement to daily drive. Now let's talk engine. Under that sculpted hood is the same 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8 you'll find in the M5, but it's tuned specifically for this longer, wider Grand Coupe platform. The result? Silky smooth acceleration that never seems to run out. BMW's engineers worked magic here. The power delivery is linear, the throttle response is sharp, and the sound? Deep, growling, and unmistakably M. The 8-speed automatic transmission is lightning quick. Downshifts are crisp, upshifts are violent if you want them to be, or buttery smooth if you're just cruising. And the all-wheel drive system can switch the rear wheel only with a push of a button. It's basically 2 personalities in one car. Step inside, and it's BMW at its best. You get merino leather, carbon fiber accents, a full digital instrument cluster, and one of the best infotainment systems in the game. The seats are sculpted and supportive whether you're carving corners or road tripping. And the Grand Coupe layout means you get a sleek coupe roofline without sacrificing rear seat space. So yes, adults can sit in the back comfortably. It also comes loaded with tech. Adaptive cruise, surround view cameras, a head-up display, and a full suite of driver aids. But BMW keeps the focus on the driver. Everything is laid out to feel sporty and intentional. As for price, you're starting around $140,000, but option it up with carbon brakes and performance parts and custom interior touches, you're easily pushing $160,000. Still, for this level of performance, design, and dual personality, it's worth every cent. In the world of performance sedans, the M8 Grand Coupe competition isn't just fast. It's ferocious, and that's why it's our number 8. At number 7, we have a sedan that doesn't just blur the lines between luxury and performance, it obliterates them. This is the MercedesAMG GT63 SE Performance, and it's the most powerful AMG sedan ever built. Let's kick off with the numbers. Top speed, 196 miles per hour. 0 to 60 miles per hour, just 2.9 seconds. And remember, this isn't a 2-door sports car. It's a 4-door luxury missile. Power, a combined 831 horsepower and a staggering 1,084 pounds-foot of torque. How? Because it's not just a gas engine, It's a plug-in hybrid with race-inspired electric assistance. Welcome to the future of fast. So why is it at number 7? Because it's the heaviest hitter in the AMG lineup, literally and figuratively. It's not the absolute fastest on paper, but it's one of the most advanced, most aggressive, and most well-rounded sedans on this list. It earns its spot for delivering supercar performance in a practical, executive package, all with Mercedes-level refinement and a mean streak of AMG madness. Let's open the hood, well, metaphorically. At its heart is a 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8, the same one you'll find in other high-performance AMGs. But here's the twist, it's paired with an electric motor on the rear axle, plus a 6.1 kilowatt-hour battery derived from Mercedes Formula One program. This setup allows for instant torque fill, meaning the second you touch the throttle, it launches forward with no delay. No lag, no hesitation, just brutal forward motion. The powertrain works in perfect sync with the 9-speed multi-clutch transmission and AMG Performance 4MATIC Plus all-wheel drive, giving you grip and control in any situation and the ability to slide when you want to. This thing isn't just fast, it's technical. Inside, it's pure AMG luxury. Think carbon fiber, Nappa leather, red seatbelts, and that trademark flat-bottom AMG steering wheel. You get massive digital displays that merge into one sleek screen, with controls that feel like they came out of a fighter jet. The MBUX infotainment system is fast, intuitive, and packed with performance data, lap timers, G-force meters, the works. And it's not just for the driver. Rear passengers get heated and ventilated seats, ambient lighting, and enough legroom to stretch out, all while going 190 miles per hour, if you're into that kind of thing. Now let's talk price. The AMG GT63 SE performance starts at around $180,000, but with options and packages, especially the AMG Carbon Ceramics or the Edition 1 package, you could see numbers closer to $200,000 plus. So who's it for? Someone who wants the space of an E-Class, the tech of an S-Class, and the performance of a supercar, all in one aggressive, thunderous package. The AMG GT63 SE performance isn't just fast, it's a statement, and that's why it's our number 7. At number 6, we have an American icon that roars into this list with old-school muscle, modern engineering, and a middle finger to EV quietness. This is the Cadillac CT5V Blackwing, and it's not just the fastest Cadillac ever. It might be the last of its kind. Let's get into the numbers. Top speed, 205 miles per hour, confirmed. No electronic limiter, no factory asterisk. 0 to 60, 3.4 seconds, and that's on regular tires with rear-wheel drive. Under the hood, a 6.2-liter supercharged V8 pushing out 668 horsepower and 659 pound-feet of torque. And here's the real kicker. It's available with a manual transmission in 2025 in a 4-door. Insane. So why is the CT5V Blackwing our number 6? Because it's the last stand of raw, unfiltered, gas-powered performance in a world turning silent. It's not trying to be the quietest or the most tech-heavy, it's trying to make you grin from ear to ear. This is Cadillac saying, you want performance? Buckle up. And they delivered. It deserves this spot for being one of the most driver-focused sedans in the world, and one of the most fun. Let's talk about that glorious engine. This isn't just a carryover V8. It's the same hand-built engine from the Corvette Z06, tuned specifically for this sedan. It features a 1.7-liter Eaton supercharger, forged internals, titanium intake valves, and an active exhaust system that will rattle your neighbor's windows. The 10-speed automatic is lightning fast, but the optional 6-speed manual? That's for purists. It's direct, notchy, and a dream on the right road. And the power? It's not just about numbers. It's how the Blackwing delivers it, aggressively, but controllably. It feels alive. You steer it with your hands and your right foot, not with sensors. Inside, this isn't your granddad's Cadillac. The CT5V Blackwing blends premium materials with performance design, You get high bolstered leather and suede Recaro seats, a digital instrument cluster, and carbon fiber trim all over the place. The steering wheel has a performance traction management switch right there. Drag, track, sport, tour, it's a real-time driving menu. Even the paddle shifters are magnesium. And for the tech savvy, it's all here. Wireless Apple CarPlay, a high-res head-up display, performance data recorder, and a 15-speaker AKG sound system that could be a concert hall on its own. Now for the price. The CT5V Blackwing starts at around $93,000, which for this level of speed and performance is borderline a steal. Loaded up with carbon fiber packages, ceramic brakes, and track goodies, and you're looking at around $110,000 to $120,000. Still a bargain for something that eats BMW M5s and even flirts with supercar times. In a world of hybrids and EVs, the Cadillac CT5V Blackwing is a modern muscle sedan with a soul, loud, fast, unapologetic. And that's why it takes our number 6 spot. At number 5, we're looking at a BMW that doesn't just raise the bar, it picks it up and hurls it. This is the BMW M5 CS, and it's the fastest, lightest, and most hardcore M5 ever made. Let's get into the stats. Top speed, 190 miles per hour, limited, but easily more if you remove the leash. 0 to 60, a blistering 2.6 seconds. That's supercar, fast in a 4-door daily driver. Power, 607 horsepower from a 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8 and 553 pounds-feet of torque. Curb weight, nearly 230 pounds lighter than the standard M5, thanks to carbon fiber everything: roof, hood, front splitter, rear diffuser, even the bucket seats. So why does it land at number 5? Because it's not just about raw speed, it's about how that speed is delivered. The M5 CS is precision-tuned for serious drivers. It's a limited edition car that turns the luxury super sedan into a track-ready scalpel. This is BMW's M division showing off, and they nailed it. It earns this spot because it delivers one of the sharpest driving experiences in any sedan, period. Let's take a look under the hood. That 4.4-liter twin-turbocharged V8 is familiar, sure, but in the CS, it's retuned for even more aggressive throttle response and torque delivery. The engine is paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission that shifts lightning fast, and it feeds BMW's xDrive all-wheel drive system, which, like the M8, can switch to rear-wheel drive when you want to get rowdy. The exhaust system has also been tweaked, giving you a deeper, angrier growl that crackles under downshifts and snarls at redline. It's the kind of sound that makes you look for tunnels on purpose. Step inside, and things get even more intense. The M5 CS swaps out traditional comfort for track-ready focus, but don't worry, it's still premium. You get 4 individual carbon bucket seats, even in the rear. They're rigid, supportive, and trimmed in fine leather with contrast stitching and M colors. The cabin is draped in Alcantara, with CS badges stitched everywhere, bronze trim details, and a thick, suede-wrapped steering wheel that feels straight out of a race car. There's no center armrest because weight savings. This car wasn't built for long road trips. It was built for Nürburgring laps. But it's still a BMW. So yes, you get a 12.3-inch digital dash, BMW's iDrive infotainment system, Apple CarPlay, navigation, and a premium sound system, though you probably won't be using it once that V8 starts singing. Now let's talk price. The BMW M5 CS starts around $142,000. It's a big jump over the regular M5, but keep in mind, this is a limited production model, and many are already sold or going above MSRP. You're paying for exclusivity, engineering, and the most extreme sedan BMW has ever made. The M5 CS is a track weapon in a business suit, and that's why it takes our number 5 spot. At number 4, we've got a car that proves electric sedans aren't just the future, they're already dominating the performance world. This is the Porsche Taycan Turbo GT, and it's not just fast for an EV, it's fast, period. Let's talk numbers. Top speed, 180 miles per hour, limited only because Porsche knows how to balance performance and longevity. 0 to 60 miles per hour, a ridiculous 1.9 seconds when you activate launch control and power boost. Power? Up to 1019 horsepower, let that sink in. This is a 4-door family-sized Porsche making 4-digit power. And get this, it recently lapped the Nürburgring faster than a Tesla Model S Plaid. That's no small feat, so why is it sitting at number 4? Because it's not just about brute speed, it's about precision, handling, and that signature Porsche feel. The Taycan Turbo GT doesn't just go fast in a straight line. It dances in the corners, it communicates with the driver, and it holds the road like it's glued down. It earns this spot by proving you can have track-worthy EV performance in a sedan with daily driver comfort. Now let's talk about the powertrain. The Taycan Turbo GT uses a dual-motor all-wheel drive setup with permanently excited synchronous motors. That's Porsche speak for fast and reliable under heat. With its upgraded inverter and performance-tuned software, the car delivers instant torque without wheel spin. And when you engage attack mode, Porsche's version of max output mode, you unleash that full 1000 plus horsepower with violent precision. The GT also includes upgraded suspension, brakes, and cooling systems over the regular Taycan models, all designed to handle the demands of a racetrack or a winding mountain road. Inside, it's unmistakably Porsche. You get Racetex microfiber material, think lightweight, grippy suede, covering the seats, dash, and steering wheel. The cockpit is minimal, focused, and beautifully crafted. It's a mix of analog feel and digital precision. Massive curved digital displays. Sport chrono package. It just bucket seats that hug you through every corner. And because it's a Porsche, you can customize it endlessly. Colors, stitching, trim, even the key fob. Despite being a track weapon, it doesn't skimp on daily comfort. There's still room in the back for adults, a second trunk up front, and tech that rivals luxury flagships, adaptive cruise, 4D chassis control, and even over-the-air updates. Now, the price. The Taycan Turbo GT starts at around $210,000, but Porsche buyers know with options, you're probably looking at $230,000 or more. Is it worth it? If you want the quickest, most balanced EV sedan on the planet right now, absolutely. The Taycan Turbo GT proves that going electric doesn't mean giving up excitement. In fact, it might mean you're going even faster. And that's why it lands firmly at number 4 on our list. At number 3, we're entering elite company. And we're doing it with a car that changed the game for electric sedans. This is the Tesla Model S Plaid. And yes, it's still one of the fastest 4-doors on Earth. Let's hit the numbers. Top speed, 200 miles per hour, electronically limited. 0 to 60 miles per hour, 1.99 seconds, officially. That's drag strip fast, quicker than most hypercars. Power, 1,020 horsepower from a tri-motor setup, 1 in the front, 2 in the back. And range, over 390 miles on a single charge. That means it's not just quick, it's practical. So why does the Plaid sit at number 3? Because it redefined what performance sedans could be. Tesla didn't just build an electric family car, they built a torque-loaded rocket ship that happens to have 4 doors and a trunk. It earns this spot because it brought hypercar acceleration to a mass-produced, road-legal sedan. And no one saw it coming. It changed the landscape of performance forever. Let's talk about what's driving this beast. Tesla's tri-motor powertrain is unique. It uses carbon-sleeved rotors and advanced thermal management to keep performance consistent run after run. Most EVs drop power after one launch. The Plaid doesn't. It'll keep hurling itself forward over and over again with brutal acceleration. And thanks to its dual rear motors, it can vector torque to each rear wheel independently, giving it surprising grip and cornering agility, even at insane speeds. Tesla's engineers went all in on straight-line speed, sure, but they also gave this car real balance and drivability. Inside, let's talk minimalism with a twist. You won't find traditional gauges or buttons. Instead, you get a 17-inch horizontal touchscreen that controls nearly everything: climate, navigation, media, even games. There's no instrument cluster behind the wheel, just a clean, futuristic dashboard and a yoke-style steering wheel. Yes, it's polarizing, but also very Tesla. You get heated and ventilated seats, a booming sound system, wireless charging, and even a rear entertainment screen. The cabin is spacious, tech-forward, and designed to feel like the future, because that's what this car is aiming for. Now, pricing. The Model S Plaid starts at around $90,000, which sounds low compared to others on this list. But with extras, full self-driving, and Tesla software goodies, most buyers land in the $100,000 to $115,000 range. Still, for that price, you're getting supercar performance in a family sedan. In short, the Tesla Model S Plaid is the car that forced the rest of the industry to catch up. It's quick, clean, and borderline terrifying to launch. That's why it's comfortably parked at number 3 on our list. At number 2, we've got a sedan that didn't just aim for the top. It made the competition nervous. This is the Lucid Air Sapphire, and it's currently the most powerful production sedan in the world. Let's break down the numbers. Top speed, 205 miles per hour, verified. 0 to 60 miles per hour, a neck-snapping 1.89 seconds. Power? A ridiculous 1,234 horsepower, thanks to its tri-motor all-wheel drive system, 1 up front, 2 in the rear. And it'll do the quarter mile in under 9 seconds. That's Bugatti territory in a 4-door EV. So why is it at number 2? Because Lucid didn't just try to build a fast car, they built a masterpiece. The Air Sapphire isn't just about numbers. It's about control, composure, range, refinement, and yes, terrifying speed. It's here because it combines Tesla Plaid-level acceleration with Porsche-like road handling and Bentley-level luxury. This is the most well-rounded performance sedan on the planet right now. Let's talk about what makes it tick. Lucid uses a unique 600 kilowatts rear drive unit that gives it torque vectoring unlike anything in the segment. That means the 2 rear motors can send different amounts of power to each wheel, instantly, helping the car rotate through corners like its rear wheel steer on steroids. It has carbon ceramic brakes, track-optimized suspension, and a cooling system that can handle repeat acceleration runs, not just one and done. It's track-tested, road-ready, and engineered by ex-Tesla and Formula E veterans. Now inside, this is where the Air Sapphire really separates itself. You get deep bucket seats wrapped in suede and leather, with contrast stitching and embossed sapphire logos. The cabin feels open and modern, with a mix of minimalism and rich materials. Think suede headliner, metal accents, and a giant curved 34-inch display for your dash and controls. There's also a touchscreen center console and a second screen that folds out from the dash, controlling everything from drive modes to massage settings. The rear seats are plush, spacious, and just as nicely trimmed as the front. This car is luxurious at all 4 corners. And let's not forget the range. Even with all that power, the Air Sapphire still manages over 400 miles on a full charge. No compromises? So what's the price for all this? You're looking at around $249,000. Yeah, it's a serious price. But for something that outperforms Lamborghinis, outluxuries Teslas, and outdistances almost every EV on sale, it's arguably worth it. The Lucid Air Sapphire isn't just a fast electric sedan. It's proof that electric cars can be thrilling, premium, and beautifully engineered. And that's why it earns the number 2 spot on our list. At number 1, we have a name no one expected to see on top of a list like this, but here it is, and it's earned it. This is the Xiaomi SU7 Ultra, and yes, we're talking about that Xiaomi, the smartphone company. Now they've built one of the fastest 4-door sedans on the planet. Let's talk numbers. Top speed? Over 217 miles per hour, unofficial but heavily reported. 0 to 60 miles per hour? Around 1.98 seconds, making it one of the quickest sedans ever. Power? Estimated to be 200 plus horsepower from a dual or tri-motor setup. Official details are still rolling in. And here's what's wild, it just ran a Nürburgring lap in 6:48, which puts it ahead of many track-focused supercars. That's not fast for a sedan, that's fast, period. So why is it number 1? Because Xiaomi didn't just enter the EV world, they came in swinging. They partnered with top-tier engineers, built their own EV platform and skipped the learning curve. The SU7 Ultra is fast, sharp, aerodynamic, and it looks like it belongs in a sci-fi movie. This car lands at number 1 because it redefines expectations, performance, design, and value, all from a brand nobody saw coming. Let's talk tech and under the skin. Stay fast. Xiaomi's SU7 Ultra is built on their proprietary Medina platform, with an 800 volts architecture for ultra-fast charging, and some of the most advanced motor systems ever seen in a production EV. Torque vectoring, active aerodynamics, adaptive suspension, the works. Its electric powertrain reportedly uses Xiaomi's V8S silicon carbide motor, with incredibly efficient energy transfer. The battery? Developed with CATL, capable of insane charge speeds and thermal efficiency, perfect for sustained high-speed driving and track use. Now step inside and prepare to forget everything you knew about interiors. This cabin is built like a tech lover's dream. A 16.1-inch central touchscreen, a full-width digital driver display, and even a rotating passenger screen. You can run Xiaomi apps, sync with your smart home, or control your car with your phone. It's more integrated than anything else on the market. Materials? Leather, Alcantara, brushed metal, and yes, everything is fully customizable. Even the sound system is tuned in-house, offering immersive audio with Xiaomi's digital signal processing. The rear seats are surprisingly roomy, and the entire layout feels like a blend of Tesla simplicity and German precision. Now, the real kicker? The price. While final international pricing hasn't been confirmed, reports suggest the SU7 Ultra could start around $60,000 to $70,000 USD equivalent in China. If those numbers hold globally, it would be the performance bargain of the decade. In short, the Xiaomi SU7 Ultra isn't just fast. It's disruptive, it's bold, and it signals a massive shift in the performance sedan world. That's why it takes the number 1 spot on our list. The fastest, most forward-thinking sedan of 2025. And there you have it, the top 10 fastest sedans in the world for 2025. From electric rockets like the Xiaomi SU7 Ultra and Lucid Air Sapphire to V8 beasts like the CT5V Blackwing and M5 CS, this year's list proves that performance sedans are alive and kicking, and evolving fast. Whether you're into raw muscle, cutting-edge EV tech, or precision German engineering, there's something here for every speed addict. And what's even crazier, we're only halfway through the decade. Imagine what the next few years will bring. Now it's your turn. Which one would you take home if money wasn't a factor? Drop your pick in the comments and tell us which sedan you think should have made the list. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because we've got more deep dive car content coming your way, from supercars to sleepers and everything in between. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own